This is how you can make sure you have a massively successful launch for your next online product, whether it is an online course, a coaching program, a physical product. These 5 steps will give you the results that you're looking for when it comes time for your next launch. And if you're new here, my name is Chad from Purely Remote, the channel that brings you all the tips, tools, and resources to grow a successful online business. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 steps to follow that I found to work best when it comes to launching something online. Now, over the past 2.5 years of being in the online space as a digital marketer and an online business coach, I have also created a few products ranging from online courses, coaching programs, live workshops that have all launched and sold online. And naturally, some of these launches went really well, and then some of those just fell flat. And when I compared the ones that worked to the ones that didn't, I found that there was a pattern in the successful launches, and then those factors were missing in the launches that didn't do so good. So I wanted to make this video to give you a framework on what those 5 steps are to launch your next product so that you know exactly what pitfalls and potholes to avoid. Now, a mistake that I've seen other entrepreneurs make, and it's a mistake that I've made myself as well, I am only human, is that once you get the idea for a product, you go ahead and you create that product, and when it looks perfect to you, you just skip all the steps in between and go ahead and launch because you think that your audience will feel the same way that you do about the product that you just created. And almost 100% of the time when it's done this way, the launch fails, which sucks. And if you look at why this happens, it's because there's no build-up of curiosity and there's no lead up to the launch. So even if it is a great product, your audience simply has no reason to be interested in it, or even worse, no reason to buy. Think of when Apple launched the first iPhone, which sold about 270,000 units in its first 2 days. If they had no build-up to the actual launch of those phones, and these new breakthrough phones would just happen to appear on shelves, do you think that the launch of that product would have went as well as what it did? I highly doubt it. So I wanted to share these steps with you so that you have no guesswork when it comes to launching your next online product. Look at it as a way to learn from the mistakes that I've made in the past and the lessons that I've learned from those mistakes. In short, the 5 steps are build, plant, hint, beta launch, and launch. And how you apply these 5 steps will vary depending on the niche that you're in or the product that you're selling, but the 5 steps themselves, the framework, that is universal. So step number 1, build. This step is pretty self-explanatory. It's where you figure out a problem that your audience has and you create something that solves that problem. And if your product is something like an online course, it's very important to make sure that it results in a tangible outcome or a measurable end result. For example, if you've created an online course that helps people with their email marketing and your course simply promises to help people write better marketing or sales emails, that's not going to be enough to get anyone to buy because there's no end goal in what the course is actually promising. So another way that you could do it is to position your course in a way that helps people make $5,000 or $10,000 more using their email marketing in a specific time frame, and that is a measurable end result. And then step 2 is where you start to plant, and in this step all you are doing is building curiosity and planting the idea about your product that's coming up. But it's not yet time to tell them too much, so don't reveal exactly what it is that's coming up. For example, you could tell your audience about a secret project that's coming soon, and you can speak about what the problem is that it solves and who will benefit from it. Basically, in this step you are just telling them why your product is so important, but you are not telling them exactly what it is just yet. In this step, your focus wants to be on the benefits. This step is all about speaking about the benefits of your product. And the time frame on planting could be a couple of weeks to a few months before your actual launch. And a good time to start planting could already be in the build step or towards the end of the build step. Then step number 3 is where you're going to start going into a little more detail and hinting about the features of your product. Now, you don't want to get too technical when speaking about the features because that might just confuse your audience, which, as I'm sure you already know, is never a good thing. So how can you do this? Well, you can hint about some of the major features of your product and how they tie into the benefits. And speaking about how your features tie in is important because oftentimes we would just assume that our audience can connect the dots on their own after we've spotlighted all of the benefits, which most of the time is not the case. And we need to do that for them. Remember that the features are the tools or the vehicle that will get them to that end result. So in this step, you are going to be translating how these tools get them to the benefits, and then the benefits is what is going to get them to the end result or the desired goal. Once you get to step 4, your beta launch, people are already aware that something's coming up and there should already be some energy and excitement around what you are going to be launching. Think of this step as your chance to get to slap on your QC or your quality control sticker onto your product. So it is very important that you don't skip this step, because you want to make sure that you are offering and putting out something of amazing value to your audience. And when you do your beta launch, you are going to select a small number of people. I would usually go with about 5 to 10 and offer it to them either at a massively discounted price or for free. And when I say massively discounted, I mean like 90% off the price that you are actually going to be selling it at. In fact, if it's a digital product, I'd recommend giving it to them for free. And if it's a physical product, then you can give it to them at the 90% discount just to cover any shipping costs or any other similar costs so that you are not out of pocket for those. But if you do have the budget to cover those costs, then give it to them for free. That's always the better route. And you do that because this step is all about feedback and refinement. So let everyone know who will be beta testing your product that you are asking for 2 things in exchange. Feedback, so that you know exactly what you need to refine on and need to improve on, and a short video testimonial about their experience with your product. And you are going to use these video testimonials in step 5 when it comes time to do your full launch. Remember that majority of your audience doesn't even know what your product is, let alone the date that it's going to be launched on. So look at this step as your window of opportunity to be able to get feedback and refine on what you've currently created, so that you know that you are putting something out there that is of amazing value and it's the best possible product that it can be. And once you've received all that feedback, you've refined your product, it's time for the big day. It's time for step number 5, the final step, launching your product. At this point, you've created something, you've built up curiosity and excitement around it, and you've refined it in step 4 with your beta testing. So now you know that you are offering a product to your audience that is as good as it possibly can be and will actually get them the result that it's promising them. And now it is finally time to reveal that what you've been working on behind the scenes and what you've been so excited about is finally available. And a good way to think of this, if you have done all of the previous steps properly, is think of it as a floodgate, and all of the water behind that floodgate is like all of the energy and all that enthusiasm and curiosity that you've built up. And now when you open that floodgate, when you actually do your launch, all of that energy starts rushing in. And the biggest thing here is that no matter how big or small your audience is or how big your launch is, you want to make sure that when it comes time to launch, your final finished product is ready to be delivered. And those are the 5 steps that will help you have a massively successful launch for your next online product. Build, plant, hint, beta launch, and launch. Build, create a product that solves a specific problem and offers a measurable end result. Plant, tell your audience that you're working on something exciting. Tell them who it is for and who will benefit from it, but don't tell them exactly what it is just yet. Because remember that this step is all about building curiosity. Hint, go into a little more about the major features of your product and how they tie into the benefits that will get them to the end result. But remember not to get too technical about the features to the point that it overwhelms or confuses your audience. Beta launch your product by giving it away to a small group of select people, about 5 to 10, either for free or at a massively discounted price. And let them know that all you're asking for in exchange is feedback, so that you know what you can refine and improve on, and then a short video testimonial about the experience with your product that you are going to use in step 5, your full launch. In step 5, the final step, launch your finished product to your entire audience. So can you see how following these 5 steps in this order will actually help you have a successful launch for your next online product? And I'm curious, what product are you actually getting ready to launch? Let me know down in the comments, or not, because you're kind of just planting the idea and building curiosity. So you can put your planting skills to the test. But let me know down in the comments. And if you found this video helpful and valuable, I would be super grateful if you could leave it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe and enable the notifications so that you will be the first to know every time a new video is uploaded to the channel. And remember to stay bold, stay driven, stay unstoppable. I'll see you in the next video.